relationship would be, our discussion would be focusing on India-Saudi Arabia relations. Okay. We have historical, cultural connect with Saudi Arabia. Historical relations because of Islam, invasions, everything, part and parcel of that. And we are reliant on Saudi Arabia, or you can say Middle East. We are reliant on West Asia for many reasons. One of the important reasons would be for energy security. Don't directly say oil, it is energy security. Initially it is oil. As I told you, 69% of our imports come from Middle East. Saudi Arabia is the important exporter besides UAE, Iraq, other nations. So it is a long-standing partnership between India and Saudi Arabia, which is rooted in culture and economic ties, you can say, trade and investment, economic ties. So the relationship started with the agreement we have signed in the year 1947. One agreement was signed in 1947 for promoting these cultural relations and long-standing economic ties. Long-standing economic ties and cultural relations. So long-standing economic ties and cultural relations, we try to promote diplomatic relations rooted in these two aspects with the agreement we have signed with India, Saudi Arabia agreement in 1947. So this is a foundation, you can say. The foundation for diplomatic relationship between India and Saudi Arabia is the foundational agreement we have signed in 1947, rooted in these two dimensions, long-standing economic ties and cultural relations we had with Saudi Arabia. Okay. Besides that, high-level political visits were order of those times. Starting from the year 1955, there were high-level visits continuously between India and Saudi Arabia. So it started in the year 1955. 1955, once there was high-level visit. 1956, again it was reciprocated. High-level visit from Saudi Arabia in 1955. King of Saudi visited India and reciprocated by Nehru. Nehru visited Saudi Arabia. It has solidified the foundation we have established through an agreement in 1947. Recent visit, if you observe, 2006, King Abdullah's visit to India, and it was reciprocated again in the year 2008 by India. 2010 we have reciprocated that visit by Manmohan Singh visiting Saudi Arabia. During this year 2006, King Abdullah was visiting India. King Abdullah led to signing of one declaration at that point of time, which was called as Delhi Declaration for Promoting Cooperation. Delhi Declaration. It was in the year 2006. It was in the year 2006. Delhi Declaration. Okay. When Manmohan Singh visited, obviously when King Abdullah was visiting India, there should be one declaration passed on the name of India, that is Delhi Declaration. When Manmohan Singh was visiting Saudi Arabia, there should be one sort of such declaration should be passed, and that was Riyadh Declaration we were passing. Riyadh Declaration was passed to promote the cooperation. It is mutual that we keep on coming up with these kind of declarations on areas of cooperation, how to overcome challenges. That is the essence of the declarations. One important aspect when it comes to 2010, we have elevated our partnership to strategic partnership. Okay, strategic partnership. Strategic partnership means we need to promote in some areas, including political, economic, mainly political, economic and defense ties. These three are the main agendas in strategic partnership, which was signed with the visit of Prime Minister Manmohan Singh to Saudi Arabia in the year 2010. So until 2010, these are the important visits we had between India and Saudi Arabia starting from the year 1955. Political, economic and defense, these three dimensions in the strategic partnership. Again in 2014, Crown Prince visited India. Next visit would be in 2014. Done with this? Completed? 2014. When it comes to 2014, Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia visited. Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia visited India. Salman Al Saud. The name is longer, I have shortened it. The person doesn't know it, right? It is easy when we shorten the name. So you remember it as Salman Al Saud, because all the names names of Saudi Arabian kings have Salman. Which Salman? How you should find out? Like this. One tail you have to add in order to remember. So Salman Al Saud, the current king is also Mohammad bin Salman. It is difficult to remember which Salman, what Salman. Okay. So Salman Al Saud and various other ministers visited India. They have signed various agreements with respect to promotion of cooperation between India and Saudi Arabia until 2014. So this is what is happening between India and Saudi Arabia with respect to the high level political visits, you say, starting from the year 1955, after we have signed this agreement in 1947 agreement. After that, King of Saudi visited, reciprocated again by Jawaharlal Nehru visiting. 2006, King Abdullah visiting, again Prime Minister Manmohan Singh visited, again they have visited India. 2016, Prime Minister Modi was visiting. We will discuss that. Okay, simplified history if I have to go through, you have to tell me now. 1947, 1955, 1956, 1971, one more event happened. It is not related to India, but impact is on India. Saudi support to whom? What was the year? What is the importance of year? Bangladesh Liberation War. Saudi supporting Pakistan, 1971. So now you observe how West Asia used to look at India. What was the perception of West Asian nations towards India? Because of this factor. 1990s, what is the important event happening in Middle East? 1991, immediately post disintegration of Soviet Union, what has happened? Gulf War. Gulf War has happened because of occupation of Kuwait by Iraq. So 1990s, the relationship was mainly regarding Gulf War, and India was maintaining neutrality. It was neutral. We know that we are closer towards Iran, a good friend at that point of time. Iran was good friend of India. Saddam Hussein was good friend. India was involved in developing various development projects besides training military personnel of Iran, high level visits, bilateral exchanges we had. So at that point of time, because of that sort of relationship, India was neutral even when Iraq was occupying Kuwait. So 1990s Gulf War. So 2006, we have elevated our partnership to 2006 Strategic Energy Partnership. What was the declaration? Delhi Declaration. What was the essence of Delhi Declaration? I have not told you. That is energy. Strategic Energy Partnership. Strategic partnership is different from strategic energy partnership. Here we were focusing on strategic energy partnership only. The focus area is energy. Energy here means conventional energy resources, not the renewable energy resources. Strategic energy partnership with the visit of King Abdullah in the year 2006. 2010, we know what has happened in the year 2010. Done? Okay. Next, coming to the year 2010. 2010, who was visiting? Manmohan Singh. What was the importance of Manmohan visit? Strategic. What is the declaration? Riyadh Declaration. And consequently, elevating the partnership to strategic partnership. Next, 2014 visit of Salman. Okay, fine. Salman, and addition you can make. 2016, PM Modi visiting, reciprocating the visit of Saudi Arabian Prince. 2016, Prime Minister Modi visited Saudi Arabia. And 2019, one more event has happened. 2019, Saudi Arabia has increased Hajj quota. Increased the Hajj quota. What is Hajj Yatra? What is this quota? Number of individuals who can visit from any country is Hajj quota. Every country has that quota for tourism, for maintaining security and all. If you say only 2,000 people have to visit this year, you have to allow only 2,000 people with visa. Or if you say 20,000 people can visit from India, 20,000 can visit. Like that quota is given by the nation which is maintaining security at Makkah and Medina. Saudi Arabia has increased this quota to India. And 2021, India voted in favor. India voted for Saudi in United Nations Human Rights Council over many issues where Saudi Arabia's role was questioned. 2021. This was what has happened between India and Saudi Arabia with respect to bilateral high-level political visits. And the partnership, how it has unfolded over a period of time starting from the year 1947. The recent times due to instability in West Asia, post COVID-19, if you observe, the amount of oil they export to India has got reduced substantially. The reason being oil prices spike due to COVID-19. On the other hand, India finding other sources, other markets for importing, like Russia. It has reduced the import of oil. Long-term goal of India is to reduce its dependence on West Asian nations for oil resources. What is the alternative then? We should move beyond conventional energy resources. We should focus on renewable energy resources. That is one solution to reduce our dependence on West Asian nations. Main reason why we are very calculative with respect to our approach towards West Asia is oil. Now, overcome the challenge of oil, you can maintain your strategic autonomy more, you can enhance your partnership without being concerned about any nation doing something against India. This headache of balancing some nation for some other nation would go away just if you reduce your energy dependence on West Asia. That is one long-term solution we have to explore when it comes to India's relationship with any nation in the Middle East, for that matter Saudi Arabia. So we'll start with this areas of cooperation. We'll go through this once again. So India's relationship with Saudi Arabia mainly dependent on energy security of India and long-standing partnership based on economic ties and cultural relations. Coming to the political high-level visits starting from the year 1947, the agreement we have signed. 1955, the bilateral visit and reciprocated by Nehru. Here 1971, Saudi Arabia support to Pakistan. 1990s Gulf War. West Asia is concerned, India was neutral. 2006, Delhi Declaration when King Abdullah was visiting India, strategic energy partnership was signed. 2010, Manmohan Singh visit to Saudi Arabia and Riyadh Declaration was signed. The partnership was elevated to a strategic partnership. Partnership meaning is we will enhance our partnership in political, economic and defense ties, especially with respect to Saudi Arabia. 2014, visit of Crown Prince from Saudi Arabia, again reciprocated by PM Modi visiting Saudi Arabia. In 2019, Saudi Arabia increased Hajj quota because we have laid some good foundation after 2014. We have enhanced the partnership with Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is interested in India. That is the reason why we were able to motivate Saudi to increase his partnership. This is one element of cultural cooperation, you say. Finally, 2021, very recently, India has also supported Saudi against its human rights violations. One resolution was passed in Human Rights Council. In order to support Saudi Arabia, we have supported this resolution.